Hey everyone, welcome to what will hopefully be the first of many exercise videos from the FYS Find Your Strength personal training team. I'm the head coach, John Kosh. I'm here today just to run you through what you're struggling with when it comes to your lateral raise, finding that mind-muscle connection that's really important. So let's get stuck into it. All right, let's talk about momentum. For a lot of people in the gym, we do lateral raises like this. Like that. There's nothing wrong with that. However, I believe the exercise can be done even more effectively. And that's done by eliminating momentum, okay? Trying to control it on the concentric and the eccentric phase. Okay, so what you might like to do, instead of having the dumbbells out in front of you, which gives you an opportunity to put a little bit of swing into it, what we can do instead is have them out at a 45-degree angle. Okay, and what that does is just basically stops you from having that momentum. So what we do, 45-degree angle, just a little bit out to the sides, and then raise it up. Okay, and then nice and slow on the way down. Nice and slow. Okay, I guarantee you, without that momentum, that's gonna catch up to you. You do 10 reps of that, and you're gonna start to feel it, I promise. All right, now we're talking about ranges of motion. Just wanna give you a little bit of options here and bring some awareness to the different variations that you could do. For a lot of people in the gym, the typical lateral raise is out in front and just under parallel, okay? Which is perfectly fine, nothing wrong with that. For other people, it's coming out in front and going to parallel, okay? Nothing wrong with that either. Good for the shoulder joints, and if people can do it, then perfect. Another option is going just above parallel, okay? All right, coming up, okay, gives you a really nice concentric contraction in the shoulders. If your shoulder joints can take it, awesome. I highly recommend it. And then of course, last variation we have is the super ROM. Really cool. If your shoulder joints can take it, that is. Okay, so coming all the way up, and then nice and slow control on the way down. Okay, all the way up to the ceiling, nice and slow on the way down. It's not a better movement, but I think for some people that they do feel you get a better contraction, okay, a better mind-muscle connection, which is what it's all about. If your shoulder joints can take it, I highly recommend it. Cool, so just on the range of motion, play around with it. For a couple of months, you might just do, just under parallel, okay? And then a couple of months after that, you might go a little bit higher, just above parallel, okay? I think you can add a bit more weight if you're not doing like the super ROM. Obviously that's a bit more demanding on the joints, so you might need to go a little bit lighter with the super ROM, but have a play around with it. Find out what works for you. If you find that, well, actually, I'm getting a really good peak contraction here, stick with it. And then you might want to change it up. Totally fine, nothing wrong with that. The next thing I want to talk about is elbow bend and the degree of how much you bend your elbow. This is a little bit of one of those situations where you really need to find out what works for you. There's a couple of options here. You can just straighten out that elbow, lock it out, and then just come up, okay, no bend, then all the way down. For some people, that's fine, but for some people, that kind of feels uncomfortable and it kind of hurts the elbow a little bit. What I like to do is I just like to put a slight bend in the elbow. Nothing too drastic, just a slight bend just so I can feel like it's more of a natural movement. Okay, so a slight bend and then up, just like that. All right, guys, that's it from me today. Please remember that not every exercise will suit everyone. okay? You might need to have a play around, adjust a few things, find out what works for you. When we're talking about mind-muscle connection, it's really important to work out what works for you. There's a lot of tips, tricks, different angles that you can use throughout every exercise to get the benefits out of it. I hope you enjoy this video. Please subscribe. It is one of the first ever videos that I've done for YouTube, and hopefully there'll be many more. Enjoy.